Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'll be playing Jungle Fizz. You guys wanted to see it, so I'm playing it. So there are so many important things to note about Jungle Fizz, and I'm gonna explain to you how to really dominate every single game on Jungle Fizz during the gameplay part of this video. In the beginning part of the video I'm gonna explain to you how to build Fizz. If you wanna skip out to the gameplay, timestamps in the description. So, how do you build Jungle Fizz? Lichbane, this is gonna be your first item. I see some people go for Rabadons, but let me explain why Rabadons is actually not the best first item. So first of all, Lichbane is way cheaper. You can get Lichbane before the first dragon if you just get a single kill. You'll be able to get Lichbane. Even if you don't get a kill, you can farm real hard and get it. Secondly, Lichbane provides you with very nice burst damage when you use your second ability. So it's very good for quick burst damage, like boom, you know, just the quick burst damage. Third of all, it gives you ability haste as well and movement speed. You know, you cannot ignore these things. See, Rabadons only gives you damage. Like what Rabadons does is it costs a lot of money and it gives you damage, a lot of damage, but Lichbane gives you a lot more. So you really want to go for Lichbane as your first item. After that, Rabadons. You know, these are the core items for Fizz. When you have these two items, like especially when you get the Rabadons after your Lichbane, you'll likely be able to one-shot enemy squishies. You'll just be able to one-shot them if you do your full combo. You really want to get Ionian Boots of Lucidity during the building of your Rabadon's Death Cap. You want to get them as early as possible, because with Fizz, the whole power of Fizz is his ultimate, guys. Like when you get the Ionian Boots and the Lichbane, you're gonna have your ultimate up every 30 or 35 seconds, something like that. It's crazy, guys. After that, Infinity Orb. You know, Fizz is all about that burst. So you want to have this flat magic penetration. Also, it makes you a bit tankier. And of course, you know, the bonus damage when the enemy is under 35% HP. When you have these three items, guys, you are gonna steamroll the enemy, really. Like, this is when Fizz becomes super strong. Fizz is a late game champion, guys, by the way. As your fourth item, in I would say around 80% of the games, I would go for a Void Staff. If the enemy doesn't have any magic resist, just go for the green book instead. Now, the green book is always going to be very nice because it provides you even more flat magic penetration, so it's going to allow you to destroy squishies even harder, and it makes you tankier, 300 max health, and of course the grievous wounds. With your third ability especially, you're going to jump all the way around the enemies, and whoever all the enemies that you're gonna hit are gonna be applied with grievous wounds. So it's a very good item on Fizz as well. So to keep that in mind, you know, you either want to get Void Staff or the green book. It depends on what you want. You can also get Nashor's Tooth. Now let me talk about Nashor's Tooth. This is an item that almost no one builds on Fizz, but it is viable. Go for the Nashor's Tooth if you feel like you cannot really burst the enemy real hard. What the Nashor's Tooth is going to allow you to do is basic attack the enemy and also deal a lot of damage with your basic attacks. Because normally Fizz is not really reliant on, you know, continuously basic attacking the enemy. But when you get a Nashor's Tooth, you can be. Keep that in mind. So when you're against like matchups that you cannot one-shot, you can get a Nashor's Tooth after your Void Staff. Only after your Void Staff, guys. Okay, so about the runes. Electrocute, guys. Electrocute, it completely contributes to Fizz's passive. To Fizz's playstyle. It's burst, right? You want to have as much burst as possible, and Electrocute provides you with that burst. Now, as your second rune, there's really a few runes that you can go for. Let me talk about the first one, which is Brutal. If you want to survive the early game and deal some nice damage in the early game, get a Brutal, because Fizz is actually pretty weak in the early game. However, if you just want to play it safe and skill super hard into the late game, get a Gathering Storm. They buffed the Gathering Storm and now it is incredibly powerful. Really powerful. You can also get Triumph. Do this if you feel like you want to heal up in team fights, right? I don't really go for Triumph, but it's viable. It's definitely viable. I just go for Gathering Storm myself. As your third rune, when you're playing Jungle Fizz, Second Wind is really good because it's gonna heal you up. Like in the early game, you're actually gonna get super low from the jungle, but what Second Wind is gonna do, it's gonna keep healing you up that 6 health. But let me tell you guys one thing. I personally actually choose conditioning over Second Wind, and the reason for that is because after 5 minutes you become very tanky and you keep getting tankier and tankier, so you're gonna be very annoying in the late game with the conditioning rune. Like, you can see that my playstyle with Fizz is really, you know, relaxing in the early game and completely focusing on the late game. Like, as I said, if you want to be doing good in the early game, get a second wind and a brutal. This is very, very strong in the early game. But if you just want to skill into the late game and completely one-shot the enemy, get a Gathering Storm and conditioning for the tankiness. As my fourth rune, Hunter Genius, guys. You know, you want to have that cooldown reduction. It's really, really good on Fizz. As your spells, actually I used Flasher because I was forced to play mid lane, but as your spells, Smite and Flash. Alright, enough about the build, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, on to the gameplay. So before really getting into the gameplay, I want to tell you guys, if you want to see mid lane Fizz, give this video a like. If this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll do mid lane Fizz as well, right? So okay. Also, you know, I'm doing a 15 skin giveaway. All you gotta do to enter is put down a comment under this video. So let's look at this game. So I'm gonna talk about some really important things that you have to do on Fizz jungle. First of all, get a leash. See, this is actually super important on Fizz. Make your team leash you. Like, keep pinging them, keep spamming them. Tell them they're idiots if they don't leash you. Just keep pinging them, and you know, when they come leash you, it's good. Like, as you can see here, they need to help me. And the reason for that is because, especially with my rune setup, which is conditioning, you're gonna get very low in the jungle. So them helping me is gonna allow me to stay healthier. You know, it like right now, as you can see, I'm full HP because they actually helped me, which is very, very nice. And as you can see, what I do on Fizz is I skip the wolves, and what I do, I go immediately for my red buff. Now the reason for that is because you're very vulnerable for invades. Fizz is really weak against invades, guys. So like, you're really weak at level 2, and any jungler can really easily beat you if he invades you, right? So instead of me doing the wolves, which would get me even lower, I'm just straight up doing the red buff and taking the red buff, you know, smiting it, and right now the blue buff is actually gonna heal me. See, with Fizz, you really want to take it easy, guys. You really don't want to do some crazy stuff like invades or like ganks. Like, it's true, you can gank at level 3 on Fizz, but I don't recommend it. See, the reason for that is because if you fail the gank, you're gonna get so behind, because it's Fizz, guys. You're gonna get snowballed. So here you can see, I'm just checking out where the enemy jungler is, and I was thinking about ganking, but no. So if the enemy jungler is at the same side as you, you likely don't want to fight. It's often not gonna be good to engage in a fight with the enemy jungler when you're playing Fizz. If you see that the enemy jungler is here, just go to the other scuttle, guys. Make sure you get one scuttle. Take a look at this, ganking this guy, and you know, he used his third ability away. So as you can see, I was actually really fast. The Lee Sin wasn't even there yet. So here I'm actually gonna check. Oh, and he actually took the top scuttle. You know, this is okay for me. This is a win for Fizz, guys. When you get an early game like this with Fizz jungle, this is a win. See, the only problem is their Lee Sin can gank my lanes. So they have to, like, my team has to be really careful of the Lee Sin. And on Fizz, you become good at ganking when you become level 5, which is right now. I have to find the gank right now. And the Kaleo actually got a crazy kill. So with Fizz, you really want to play around your ultimate. And I want to tell you guys something. Fizz is actually quite easy to play. You know, he's not very hard to play. So definitely pick him up. He's really, really fun. And watch this video on how to play him. So, okay. Your third ability is like your main escaping ability. Take a look at this. Boom! This is also what you can do, guys. On Fizz, you can use ultimate and then your flash to shoot your ultimate super fast, right? To get close to the enemy. So there you could see how I just completely destroyed the Lee Sin. So yeah, about the third ability, there's really many different ways to use it. First of all, jump over walls. When you need to escape from an enemy, you can jump over walls with your third ability. Second way to use it is dodge abilities. For example, when a Camille ults you, when Ari tries to charm you, when Braum uses ult, anything, guys, anything. When anyone uses any ability on you that you want to dodge, use your third ability to become untargetable. Easy peasy, guys. Another way to use your third ability is engaging. It deals like it's the beginning of your full burst combination. You can use your third ability to engage onto the enemy, and then basic attack, first ability, second ability. This is like the basic Fizz combo, you know, third ability, go on the enemy, basic attack, first ability, second ability. You can even skip the basic attack and use your first ability and your second ability immediately, but that will actually do a little less damage. It will do a little less damage, but faster damage. It's big burst damage. So yeah, here I died, which is really, really stupid. Of course, it's really, really stupid, but it's actually okay. Like, you know, I'm just gonna go to the dragon as fast as possible. Oh, take a look at this. The Akali actually got a... Oh, the Akali got a double kill, so good. So here it's a free dragon, you know, we can just easily get the dragon. And here, just a free kill on the Kai'Sa. And now we do dragon. Like, who cares about the enemy support? So I'm doing dragon, and I'm picking my team to come. But my team is not coming. Look at these guys. What are they doing? What are they doing? And I have to disengage. And unfortunately, the enemy is probably just gonna get the dragon for free now. And I got pretty tilted, as you can see. I got so tilted at my team for this because, like... Okay. But honestly, understandable, right? Like, understandable that I got mad. I pinged them a million times to come get this free dragon. It's literally a free dragon. And they just chase for no reason. But okay, enough about that. So, the thing with Fizz is... Oh, I hit him. Take a look at this. Look at how much damage I'm dealing. It's not like... It's not a one-shot yet, of course, because it's early game Fizz. But you can see, like... You know, it's a lot of damage, guys. It's a lot of damage. All you really gotta do is hit the shark. And a thing to note about the shark, you really want to try to hit it at max range. Because at max range, the shark will be bigger, it will deal more damage, and it will knock the enemy up for a longer time. So, you know, if you hit the enemy from a longer range, it's really, really strong. You'll deal more damage. Yeah, I'm just paying my team to get the dragon, please. Yeah, and we got it. Easy peasy. And here I was like thinking, should I go in? But no. Like here you can see easy peasy over the wall. This is what you can do with the third ability, guys. You can just jump over the wall. Very, very easy. So, see the thing with Fizz... Oh, yeah, that was nice. See the thing with Fizz's ultimate is... So, like, just use it, guys, use it. Like, as you can see right now, it has a 47-second cooldown, which is not that long. But when you get to ultimate on level 3 and buy Ionian Boots of Lucidity and more ability haste, the ult cooldown is going to be at like 30 seconds. 30 seconds, maybe even less. I think it's like 27 seconds as well. So obviously you can spam the ultimate. See, the thing is, in late game you have to spam the ultimate because enemy is gonna have stasis enchant. So you really want to burn those stasis enchants, burn their flashes because they're also gonna flash away. You can easily burn everything with your ultimate because your ultimate is on such a low cooldown. So like in the late game or even in the mid game, like right now my ultimate is on an 8-second cooldown. And I always ping my teammates how long the cooldown is because, you know, I want them to know when I can go in. But as you can see, whenever my ultimate is up, I am ready to use it. Like right now, it's back up and I'm just looking for an opportunity to use it. See, this is a thing that Fizz is very, very powerful at. The ultimate. Oh, I actually missed it. Horrible. I actually missed it. That was my bad. See, the thing is, it's okay to miss it. Like the cooldown is just 40 seconds anyways. And it's at level 1 only. Like rather miss an ultimate than not even use it. So sometimes, you know, failing is okay. But you don't really get punished really hard for it when you're playing Fizz, you know, missing the ultimate. Like when you miss a Malphite ultimate, for example, you get punished super hard because the cooldown is like 80 seconds or something. It's like crazy long. But Fizz, no, like as you can see, 15 seconds and I have my ultimate yet again. You know, like it's very, very easy. All we gotta do is just delay the fight a little bit and then I have my ultimate again. So another thing to note on Fizz, which I actually failed this time, is how to smite with Fizz. So the best way that you can smite the dragons and anything else with Fizz... Oh, here I actually hit him. Take a look at this, guys. 36... The cooldown is at 36 seconds already. And, like, it's just a one-shot. So another thing to note about Fizz, how to smite. When you smite a dragon or a baron or anything with Fizz, you want to use your first ability and then smite. So, look, my smite is at 760 damage right now. What I can do is when the dragon is at 1100 HP, I can just use my first ability and smite it immediately. Instead of waiting for the dragon to become 700 HP. This will, of course, give you a bigger chance to smite the dragon. Because the enemy cannot, you know, the enemy jungler is going to have a hard time to outsmite you. So keep that in mind, guys. Really use that. You know, use your first ability and then the smite button when you're smiting objectives. You can easily outsmite a lot of junglers with that. So on Fizz, you never want to waste time. I mean, you never want to waste time on anyone, of course, but especially on Fizz. You want to keep farming and skill into the late game. Like, it's actually okay to not gank. As you can see right now, it's true that I told you that you always have to use the ultimate, but you always have to use it except when you're farming, right? You can actually choose to farm your jungle instead. And this is actually very important on Fizz because you want to farm, like, you want to farm a lot in your jungle. Because the faster you get your items in the late game, the stronger you're gonna get. And I know every champion gets stronger, but Fizz gets even stronger. Fizz is a late game champion. So the more you farm, the stronger your one-shot combination is gonna be. So keep farming, guys. Keep farming and farming and farming. So here you can see, I'm almost level 11. I have my ultimate, ready to use the ultimate. I was waiting for his flash. I got it out and he actually flashed as well. Like, when you're playing as champions like Ezreal, wait for their third ability before you use your ultimate, because they can easily dodge your ultimate with their third ability. As you could see there, I waited for his third ability, and then it was a free hit with my ultimate. Unfortunately, he flashed away though. So take a look at this dragon, guys. Take a look at how I'm gonna try to smite it. Just take a look. Focusing on the dragon, boom. I actually did it with my second ability this time, but your first ability is perhaps more effective. I think the first ability deals more damage to objectives. You can of course do it with your second ability too, but as I said, I feel like the first ability is a bit better. Also because it deals damage immediately. It's a bit faster. Yeah, here I just used my ultimate. He burned his barrier for it, so it's actually fine. See, as you can see, I'm just spamming my ultimate. It's on a 35-second cooldown, so I'm just using it over and over again. I really wonder if this video is gonna reach 1,000 likes. Fizz mid lane could be interesting. I've never actually played Fizz mid lane, except for one time. I just played it one time, like a few hours ago. I was actually hard carrying, but we lost, unfortunately. So you can see now I can get a Rabadon's death cap. And when this is the case, you go back. There is no exception. You go back, get the Rabadon's death cap, and fight. This is the moment where you enter like late game Fizz. This is where Fizz becomes like, you know, from strong to super strong. Your full combination with your shark is an instant one shot. You're gonna one shot. Like the Ezreal is gonna get one shot if I hit him. I hit him. Unfortunately, he flashed away, which was my fault. But it's an instant one shot. Like you're gonna do at least 80% of their HP's damage. And it's crazy how much damage Fizz deals after you get the Rabadon. Crazy, guys. Like, actually insane. See, this is the point where you want to work to, and now your playstyle changes. Now it goes from only farming to this. What? Take a look at that damage. I didn't even have to use my ultimate. Just take a look at this. This is Fizz for you guys right here. This is what happens when you get a Rabadon's death cap on Fizz. This is how strong you get. And this is only 2 items. It only gets better than this, guys. It only gets better. So don't be afraid with Fizz after you get your Rabadon's death cap. Don't be afraid. Just go for those dives. Go for those crazy ass dives, guys. You can easily kill the enemies. You can easily just completely burst them. Even if you don't have your shark. You don't even need your shark. Like without the shark you can still deal like 60% of their HP. With your third ability, first ability, and then second ability. So you should also try to basic attack the enemy during your combinations. As I said, it's true that you'll do a little less burst damage if you basic attack them, but Fizz, like at least doing one basic attack is really good on Fizz to contribute towards your damage, because Fizz actually does a lot of damage over time, over like 3 seconds with basic attacks. So hitting at least one basic attack is going to be really nice to deal even more damage, you know, in combination with your first ability and second ability. Keep that in mind, guys. Here I'm looking for a shark. Oh, he actually jumped away. But it's on a 33-second cooldown anyways. You know, we just gotta wait half a minute and we got the shark again. Easy peasy. Guys, Jungle Fizz is actually broken, I'm telling you. It's actually broken. And I also made a video yesterday on how to counter Jungle Fizz. So if you want to know how to deal with Fizz, make sure you check out my video from yesterday, you know, where I explain exactly how to play against a Fizz. So, you know, if you want to learn that too, make sure you check out yesterday's video. Also, if you're a new viewer, or if you're a normal viewer and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe if you wanna subscribe. If you don't, then don't, right? Yeah, you get the point. Okay, so the shark is up. Look at this. I see the Ezreal. Look at this damage, guys. What? What? Look at this damage. Fizz. This is Fizz. So, okay. Let me explain what happened in that fight. With Fizz, you want to isolate targets. You want to go for one target with your shark and all your other abilities. So if you're able to sneak your shark on the enemy backline, like the Ezreal you saw right there, it's super good. Like with Fizz, you don't really want to hit their front lines because it's kind of hard to one-shot a front line. But if you manage to hit a shark on their squishies, just go for them. One-shot them, easy peasy. Like you saw right there, the Ezreal actually had no chance at all to even escape. And now I got my third item, and at this point, I should be able to one-shot like any squishy. 100% of their HP, 100%. So, let's see, I got my shark. The Ezreal, he actually used his... Oh, that's so sad. What? Look at the damage on the Kai'Sa. This is where we enter the true late game Fizz, guys. This is where we enter the true late game Fizz. What? Just how is this balanced? In the late game, Fizz is like completely broken. It's crazy. All you really gotta do is survive the early game, and when you get to this point, you are gonna be unbeatable. Unbeatable. So here, take a look at this. Ready for my shark again. I hit him with the shark. I just get his guardian angel and I run away. Just like that. I didn't even have to use my second ability. Like the third ability and the first ability were enough already. Yeah, here like guys, Fizz is so strong. Fizz is so strong. And I guess we're gonna see a bit more Fizz after this video in our ranked games, which, you know, it's gonna be pretty fun. Oh man, I hate Fizz actually. It's like I actually hate this champion. I hate playing against a Fizz because it's so toxic, so annoying. You get one-shotted so hard by this champion. It's crazy. Yeah. So, you know, I want to encourage you guys, just pick up Fizz. You can easily learn him. Like, it only takes a few games to get good at him. And, you know, watch the... yeah, with this video, it should help you too. Unfortunately, I missed. So, you know, it is what it is. But my cooldown is at 23 seconds, guys. 23 seconds. That's how low the cooldown is. Like, I almost have my ultimate already. Only 12 more seconds. How crazy is that? What? Look at that turret damage as well. This is the late game Fizz. What? Like, if I just hit my shark on an enemy right now, I can just one-shot them, even if it's under their turret. Take a look at this. I hit the Kai'Sa. What? Man, look at this damage. I love watching this. I just love watching this. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. How easy is it to kill them? How easy was it? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. 1 second. Let's put myself here. Let's take a look at how much damage I did. Man. A tier. And 29,000 damage. Damn, son. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this Fizz jungle video. And yeah, I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.